So within TD Snap Motor Plan, there are some really great functions for Gestalt language processors that are already set up for you, which is rare in the AAC community, especially since most systems are set up for analytic language learners. So the big thing that I'm going to talk about in this video is the topics section. So if you have a Gestalt language processor and you have figured out some of their personal gestalts, if they're in stage 1, or some of their mitigatable gestalts in stage 2, and you know that they're related to a specific topic, you want to make sure to place that gestalt in the system under that specific social topic so that they have less button presses to get to that gestalt, and they're more likely to use it and then relate it to that specific social situation. So you'll see on the left-hand side, there's a column of orange, darker orange buttons within the main buttons. And so one of them has a little fire symbol, and it's called we're talking about topics, so it has a little topics button that has a little speech bubble. So we're going to talk about topics. So when you click on that, you'll see there's a lot of very, very specific topics. And you'll see some blank ones that says your topic 1, and there's all the way up through 6. And so if you have someone with a very special interest that's not in here, you can actually create your own topic section, which is really nice, and personalize it to the student. And if you are specifically looking at ones like bubbles or eating, then you can work with what you already have under topics. And so, for example, I always like to go to eating and show that a lot of the times there are some pretty good mitigatable gestalts within here already. And if they're in the phrase level, they don't type everything up in the speech bubble above, so they'll just state it. But I like that they use some I'm phrases, some let's phrases, so you'll hear some.
I'm hungry. Let's get something to eat.
And so it kind of gives you something to start with. And you'll see that they have some color coding that might be a little less obvious, but you want to make sure to program your gestalts within that color coding system. So you'll see the outline of blue on the top row, they're all questions. The outline in orange in the next 2 rows are more statements and comments. And then you have right under that is outlined in green, those are positive statements. Outlined in red are negative statements. And anything extra is outlined in purple, and so you can add personal gestalts where we don't really know the function of that gestalt yet, but we know it's related to eating. So an example that I can give you is there's a student that a colleague of mine has, and when they're hungry, they state, they have this song, Apples and Bananas, that they really like. So I would program that gestalt, and I would actually even use the song itself. And so what you can do is go on YouTube on your phone and get to that part of the song. So bear with me. And so what you're going to want to do is edit the button and just input that recorded speech, which is in a different video on how to do that, where I'm going into a little bit more detail. And so what you're going to do is go to the little pencil in the top right-hand corner. You're going to click, for this is a comment similar to I'm hungry, so I'm going to put it in an orange outlined symbol. And I'm going to use a button from my library, a symbol from my library, so I'm going to go to the little camera icon, go from photo library, and you'll see I have a little apples and bananas guide, and I am going to label it apples and bananas. Again, you don't have to label it, it could just be the picture itself. And I'm going to get to the part of the song. This might not be perfect just because I'm kind of trying to find the spot in the video that I need, so bear with me. So what you're going to do is use the little, right next to message, there's a little microphone. You click on that, and I'm going to record this part of the song. So let me check before I start recording. So I'm going to start recording and try to get it as close to the iPad as possible.
I like to eat apples and bananas.
And I'm going to save that. And so that was a little delayed. You can mess around with that and make it a little better than what I'm doing in this video. But then you click done. And so now they're going to have this Gestalt with the specific intonation and prosody that they enjoy as the button within the topics of eating.
I like to eat apples and bananas.
And so that can be really nice, especially when they're in stage 1, and having some of their gestalts with the correct prosody can really introduce them and bring them closer to communication and AAC in general. And that's how you use topics.